but the steeper the drawdown. Specialize in fundamental analysis, but I also do technicals. I love you too, Scary Clown. Whoever you may be. Spaniard, how we doing? Alright, so let me go through kind of all of the stocks here. You can see the list here. I spent a lot of time on this yesterday. So right here, AAL, as we all know, airlines negative impacted by COVID. Looking for a drawdown here, especially under Biden administration and lockdowns, etc. We'll probably see this drawdown here. You want to buy it when it breaks above the resistance, but if you go on PSA passenger data, you can track it and see how things are progressing, and then use the sell side estimates for revenue figures to kind of back into revenue growth numbers. As you can see, still not too pretty here. Down quite meaningfully. Huge drop off from beginning of the year. So still not looking too pretty on the airline side, unfortunately. Can only hope that it recovers, but if you're going to own an airline stock, you're playing the long game here for the recovery back up to kind of this channel here up into this upper resistance. So when these things start to take off, I mean, the key buy area would ideally be right here. Once it breaks past this resistance, call it like up at 20, then you're looking for a move up to 50, but relatively low risk in this position, kind of basing here and slowly making its way up. All the airlines are the same. ETF. This one's come back a little. I mean, that looks a lot better than the AAL chart. Just add this to the list here. But yeah, all of these are long-term trade opportunities here. This is AAP, Advanced Auto Parts, Auto Aftermarket Retailer. All of them are fairly strong. AAP, O'Reilly, and AAP, O'Reilly, AutoZone, AZO, and then Genuine Parts Company, GPC. These guys have all been fairly strong. Resistance up here they're right here actually at 171. It's been rejected there a few times and it's struggling a little bit there. And then resistance up at 175. So keep an eye out, but this is kind of a best of best here. AAP. Apple, another best of best. That ended up hitting my target of 138 that I had there. As you can see, and as you know by my broader market update, these are all just Fibonacci levels. I use them here and there just to see where potential drawdowns may be. Yeah, I will get to all of those. Just give me a second. But as you can see, this is quite similar to that NASDAQ drawing that I had before, where you're looking for that chair pattern. All these are kind of in this, call it consolidation phase, and then they're going to make that next leg up. So while there may be, just slight dip here. I think that this is going to follow the NASDAQ and then move up into, let's see, so measure the midpoint here, take distance up. In 1 second. Short distance, midpoint up 164, and then just double it. So it's up here at, call it 180ish. That's the move that you're going to be looking for in Apple if the NASDAQ proves to get up into that corner like I think it will. So that's a best of best. This one's just a monster. AXSM, they do body cameras. This was on my watch list, Airbnb. This is looking viable, so keeping on my watch list. My watch list is denoted in red. Autodesk, best of best. That's in that chair pattern. So first leg up, consolidation across, and the next leg higher. So I have Autodesk moving to 350 plus ADYEN. Looking for this to come down against the support, call it in the 40s, and then potentially buying it. But that's another best of best here. This one broke down, so you need to be very careful. It broke through. I guess the support's there. But I don't think this fits into green energy theme. Correct me if I'm wrong on AAP. But thematically, I'm not sure that that is the best one there. So I'm just going to add that to my watch list, but not agree. Trade with you in my opinion anymore. Afterpay, another kind of best of best stock, looking for this to pull into the low 80s to potentially buy it. The move is up to 100, and that's that share pattern. AL laggard, trades in line with Boeing. As you can see, this is all the COVID oversell. So it was in this channel. APPN was trying to get up to the CP, knocked off track and rolled over into an oversold position. Now you're looking for this oversold position to be reflected up here. So this is a nice long-term trade idea up into the high 80s on Air Lease AL. The top of the channel is around 58, and then you're going to see that extension higher by the end of 22. ALRM cleared this one. We traded this. This was a great trade. And then kind of topped out here. Was looking for a full move, but market's weakening a bit, so just decided it was best to take profits when we entered in the low 80s and traded to pull up 104. So it was a beautiful trade there on the breakout. Recognized it and then went. Amberilla. This one's going up to 120. This is on my watch list. Strong day today, actually. What is this move here? Oh. It's a pretty nice move on Amberilla. I may buy this tomorrow. AMBA, AMBA. This looks like a nice $15 move up into potentially all-time highs. Could even get higher, 130. Not out of the question there. It's likely going to be 130. Which is a 20% move. Amberilla. Keep that on the watch list tomorrow. AMC, nothing there. Trash can. AMC Networks, you may see this come up to 44. AMD best of best stock now breaking out, looking for the mini chair pattern here. So leg up again, 120 on AMD. Amazon following the NASDAQ where they're all kind of consolidation phase waiting to break out. I eventually think Amazon's going to be up at 4,500, so best of best there. What's going on here? Up there. It's got delayed because the market weakness, so this didn't play out. Let's see. That was the 50% mark right there. Not much to do here. Neutral position. I have a buy alert here at 160. If so, then it means it's going to try and retest 216. So neutral position, wait for it to get over this blue resistance line. I'm going to add an alert on it. It would be around 155. So that is APPN. I'll get to all your stocks. I'm just running through a bunch of these real quick. I'm going to speed it up in about 2 seconds. EQB. Got to be careful here. Watch for green tomorrow. If we do get some green, then look for a move up to 1150. But this is there's definitely some risk here on this one. ARRY. Well, this one was on my watch list, and at 41 went all the way up to 51. So this played out perfectly. ARRY. See if you can get it down here on this support line. I have an alert. If it pulls back there, then that's a good trade opportunity up. Yeah, follow. Use those Twitch Prime subs. If you're not in the Discord, let me just send that link because we do get a few stragglers from Twitch itself. Just give me 1 second. So if you're not in the Discord, there you go. You can join that. And then you can, all these picks are within premium, so you can upgrade your chat here. So those are the 2 links if you're coming from Twitch here. There you go. So let me finish going through this. So right, wait for it to pull back into the mid 40s. Activision, best of best long term. I think it's going up here to 104. AXSM, a relatively good risk reward profile here, looking for kind of that gap up. You see here 1, 2. So if it gets above 90, you could very well see a move to 110. AYX, struggling at this blue resistance or this red resistance line. Want to see it get over. Could still roll back into the low 100. So just on the watch list. BAND. This is a intermediate term trade idea. So you're looking for a move up here to 300. I like the position of this a lot. So yeah, I would definitely consider adding this if you're looking for a fairly substantial move here. I might add it myself. Damn. Best Buy. This one's starting to move. This is a pretty big move here, actually. And there's very limited resistance. Let's see. 18% move to the top of that resistance. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I'm going to add this one to the potential buy list here. Best Buy. BEEM. BEEM should get up to 87. All right, so BEEM, that should get up to 88. There's just a watch list idea. This is a, what did I put this as? Best of best long term. If you're going to play sports betting, might as well just play BETZ, ETF, love BETZ. This one's watch list, waiting for this to get above this blue line here or pull into this support line. So going to add some alerts here. Big Commerce. Below there. Give me 1 second, I have to reload for some reason. So Big Commerce, I eventually think it gets up to 160. I like where it sits here from a valuation standpoint. It's still pretty high, but I think everything is in their favor. Giovanni can probably attest to that larger merchants prefer the open SaaS architecture of Big Commerce over the kind of closed loop app ecosystem of Shopify. When you reach a certain point in GMV, you kind of need to move off of Shopify because the platform is restrictive for those larger enterprise, larger mid-market merchants. So there's a place for Big Commerce, thematics in line. We got a WordPress, and you guys don't build on Wix. Bill.com. This is actually getting interesting where this position is. If I can get this a little bit cheaper, I may look to try and swing it here. You can see this stock channels beautifully. So this one is definitely going to be added to my list here. In a second, I'm just add it. Kill. What else did I say? Band. Ball Corp. This one's also pretty viable here. You just keep a tight stop loss and look for a move to give me 1 second. You gotta figure out why that keeps putting that up. Regardless, okay. So on this green support line, this is a pretty good buy. I just added an alert, call it low 90s, which is where it's at. You just keep a stop. It was 88, 87. It's not that bad of a drawdown. It's a good risk reward here. So I do like Ball Corp short term. I will get to Dollar Tree when I'm almost there. This one took off, and this is, goddamn it. This one's going to 114, potentially 137. So let's do that. Next one will be up here. But this thing is, this might be one to chase. Let's add that to the list. BNTX. BTC, nice bounce. Scary bounce. Very scary. But hey, these things can't just go straight up. That's fairly unhealthy. So this bounce looks pretty promising in my opinion. Hopefully we can get some more green overnight. Hopefully the Chinese buy it up. Let's see what am I looking for here. Beyond, this one struggled a bit. It's definitely struggling. So if it gets over, I mean, you're better off just kind of setting an alert around this blue resistance line at 125. There's definitely risk down low here on Beyond. So while I think to get up to 160 in the intermediate term, this could draw down to 110 still, based upon where it sits. BZUN, I think it goes up to 40. It's on my watch list, although it should probably be a short-term trade idea. Longer term, it's going to get up to that upper resistance point here at 80. This is a pretty good intermediate term trade idea. If it gets up above 42, then you probably want to buy it. Maybe 44. 44, looking for the move to 80. CHGG. I think they had earnings today, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like it. But this should get up to 110 now. And if they have earnings, it's pretty much a chair pattern. So look for a move up here to 110. Oh yeah, I have this as a short-term trade idea anyway. CHWY, best of best, reached that upper resistance point at 110, now coming back into support. Actually bounced off of it, and now this is probably just going to kind of continue for that next leg higher. As you can see here, the angulation that I always talk about continues to improve and get steeper. This looks pretty good, and this one tends to go parabolic, so you might see yourself up there, 110. Like that, best of best. Not sure what's going on here. So I'm going to remove that. So this one fell back below support. CAN-A holdings. Just keeping this on my watch list for now. I do think it wants to get up to this 58 range. Overbought, oversold. Steepen. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it wants to get up there. COF pulling back a bit. But this should reach 123. Corsair, pretty good move today. Went all the way up, tagged that top of the channel and pulled back here. I like this one fundamentally. Gaming's hot. Accessories are hot. They have good exposure to all segments of the gaming industry, PC, console. Really like this one. CSD was within this wedge here. COVID, oversell, gonna be reflected on the other side as an overbought, pushing it up into the mid 80s. So long term, this is a great one. CSD ETF. Well, this one followed the pattern that I had drawn out perfectly. Didn't get in it. Came down, but solar's strong. So I have a buy alert up here at 62. Looking for the move to 90. 30% move. So waiting for a breakout. Don't want to see it roll over here. So just waiting for a confirmation above the channel. But this is the pattern that I always say you want to look for, that W. When it's on the bottom of a W on support, you want to buy. But wait until you see a decent amount of green, so you don't get caught off in a head fake or a rollover. CURLF, I want to buy this one. This is similar to Growth Generation, where it's a cannabis name, but there's no overhead supply. So what's that mean? You're not going to have you don't have any bag holders here. So you don't have any Greg Loricellas that bought ACB when it was 125. So shout out to Greg for buying ACB when it was at 125. Because CURLF does not have that, you're going to see a much faster breakout. When there is no overhead resistance, they'll run much, much faster. So here, I like this one a lot because it's breaking out. It's above all-time highs. It's established a pretty firm base above 11. And now there's potential for a 30% move to 18 and change. So I'm going to buy this one tomorrow. I like it. Trying to play that GRWG move as well. So I had this going to 49 and it blew right through it. Similar reason. There's nothing up here holding it down. So now this is just extending as high as it wants. So that was CURLF. CWH inverse head and shoulders, you can see here. shoulder, head, shoulder. Let's see. This is getting really close for a pretty big move. Keep this one. 29.9. I'm adding an alert because you're looking for a move to 48 at a bare minimum here. Once again, use those free Amazon Twitch Prime subs on LSV. Greatly appreciated. And the links above to join the Discord, as NV mentioned, are up there. First link is the Discord, and then the second link is to upgrade to premium. It's fairly economically friendly, and there's different tiers for those that are not in it. So CWH like that a lot. Sundial, I'll get there. Dow. So on support, it looks like it wants to move up to 35. If you keep a tight stop loss, call it at 26. This one could be a good one. BTC, yeah, I said nice bounce. Very nice bounce here. And this is probably the drawdown that we needed to bring us. Let's see. You got that move there. And you can pretty much bring us to 45. But there's room up here for using that as a resistance point to 50. So, thank you for subbing. Yeah, beyond, I said it's in a neutral position. You just got to wait here. There's not much to say. It's like being pressured by multiple resistance points. 1, 2. I have a buy alert here at 125, which would be above the resistance, and I'm looking for that intermediate term move to 160. I'm just going to go through my other watch list ones because I did post all these other ideas within the channels on the Discord. Dix, I'm buying this. This is above resistance. It's COVID beneficiary. They're crushing it because of like stay at home fitness, etc. So the Dick's Sporting Goods DKS, gonna add this. DX. It's a pretty clean breakout there. That's that kind of J hooking that I allude to a lot. This kind of looks like VALE, I think. We'll find out. I might have just made that up. Oh no. Yeah, but it broke out of this downturn and then kind of hooked higher. No real change to my thoughts on VALE here. This is a short-term trade, but it's in that chair pattern, so consolidated, and now it's trying to make its way up to 22. So I think VALE is still in a pretty good position here. Yeah, I'll get to the rest of those in a second. Let me just go to so eCol. I have a buy alert, or an alert at 40, looking for a move to 55. As you can see here, that would be up to that kind of upper linear resistance there. So that is E-coal. And this is all an oversell. How do you figure out an oversell? Try and draw the channel. Yeah, I like JKS. Try and draw the channel. If you have trouble seeing it, just use zigzags on TradingView and connect as many peaks as you can. But this is an oversell out here. All this. So looking for this to get back up to 54, 55 area. Well, it looks like this one already ran. It's the emerging markets ETF. It's going up into the 60s. EHTH, strong, long resistance here in blue. Trying to wait for a turn here. Not really getting it. So look for this to come into the high 60s and then potentially turn higher. When this breaks, you should see a fairly large, fast move. So keep this just on your watch list. It's on mine. Callaway Golf, I have a buy alert here at 27, looking for a move to 36. So there's resistance here at 26.57. I'm gonna assume, let's see. It's what kind of dragged it down over here. So set it above it. We'll watch it. ETH, almost had that perfectly drawing down with the rest of them. So just look for it to come back as Bitcoin regains some strength. This one moved today. Marked this the other day. It already moved up to that resistance here at 144. Let's see. You call that the resistance there. If it can close above there, sorry, 1 second. Accidentally just clicked out of it. But if it can close above this blue line, then you're looking for a move here on EXAS to 174. This is a really good one to keep an eye on. Excel, missed this one as well, following my pattern perfectly. So broke out of the blue resistance here, and now making its way up to 25. Ever. Kind of just bouncing back and forth here. It's holding that support there on the green line. So looks pretty good. Yeah, FUV was actually one of my ideas here. Right here, I was on my watch list and it's breaking out. So that is fairly annoying. Marked this last night, and of course it moves 15% today. So now I think you may be looking at 25 here. Very, very possible. It's crazy. GO. You got that. Rolling over a bit here. It's in support. Grocery outlet. Disregard that one. Rejection here at GoCo. Let's see. This looks like it bounced off some short-term support here. Yes, it did. Look for this one to get back up to 16. Looks. If you keep a tight stop loss, this one looks pretty good for a bounce. And then a move up to 19. So GoCo. Goose turning. It's a good one. Could see white a move here. $37 possible on Goose. Canada Goose. GoPro breaking out. Damn. This is going to 11.6. GoPro. Higher risk. If you're going to play this, it's higher risk. Can't emphasize that enough. So know what you're getting yourself into if you're going to play this. But when you see the angulation, so not as steep, a little bit steeper, and then kind of parabolic here. It's always what you're looking for. It's a good sign that momentum is in your favor. So GoPro looks pretty damn good. Green Sky. A shit stock here. I don't have faster on this list. So struggled at that 103-ish mark. Came back down, got delayed for the C peak. I mean, I still think the move is up here. It's just now consolidating a bit. So when this moves, it's going to move fast. I own some. Go to Zoom. Palantir. So I know one of you asked about it. So this is the chair pattern consolidation phase. Looking for it to break out above this resistance. I call it 27, and then you're going to see a move to 45. So like this one a lot. Palantir. PETQ following my pattern. It's a short-term trade idea. Following my pattern perfectly. Got up here into the slot, pulled back. And now I'm looking for a move to 50. So that is PETIQ. Very strong. PLD. The intermediate term move. is up here at 140. So I like this one a lot. I own it. Think it's good fundamentally. Intermediate term trade idea. Wix best of best bought this the other day. All the large stocks in the NASDAQ are kind of in this pattern here. So this one should go any day. You're going to see a big move here on Wix. SRP2. So posted this as a long-term trade idea. When you see a red bar like that, it's recovered fairly well. And it usually gets it back up to that resistance point after falling. So that looks pretty damn good. Got a nice move today. Sundial, or DLTR. Looking for a move into the overbought. Resistance up here at 122. But because of COVID oversell, what I always say in these is an oversell always equals an overbought. So you're looking for a move up to 140 here on Dollar Tree. Sundial. Growers. Decent looking chart. Look at that. It pushes them right to above 1. Are you going to get the pump? Who knows, but that would put it at 102 above minimum requirements. So, who knows there? Not sure the full story. This was a pump and dump a few weeks back. Maybe it was right here. At a bare minimum, should try and retest that. We got Sun W. If you're joining our Discord from Twitch, just send me a message. And I can help you get set up within our Discord. Yeah, you better start pumping that one. Sunworks. So if you can't see it, kind of see if this is a double. Nope, but there is some resistance there. Yeah, so you need to be careful here because it reached that resistance right there, and then got all the way up. There's potential for this to come all the way down. You could be looking at a drawdown like that, drawdown like that. I assume this is a small cap stock. Let's see. It is. Yeah, NVIDIA is a beauty here. Really nice. Come on, you have to go on to Reddit and start pumping. Once again, if you're coming from Twitch, here's the link to our. That's the link to upgrade within our Discord, and here is our Discord link here. Highly recommend that you join. I'm posting a bunch of ideas in the coming days here. And if you got those free Twitch Prime subs, I will ask for them. I'm gonna start streaming 2 or 3 times a week now. I think it's pretty valuable to get on the live feed here, so definitely going to ramp my schedule of live. Post your tickers if you have any. I'll run through them for a few minutes and then gonna wrap up and eat some dinner. Waste management. Okay. You like the garbage. Big garbage guy. Pretty strong. A lot of resistance up here at 122. Let's see. There's a double top there, which is where it got rejected. And now I'm lagging a bit here. You just want to see it hold this 115 level, or else you're looking at a drop to 105. So make sure it holds that and then tries to reverse to 125 here. But yeah, you got kind of a double top there. CURLF is pretty good. I like the YOLO ETF. I like Growth Generation GRWG. CURLF CURLF. I think that's CURLF. The ones that don't have that overhead supply with bag holders tend to perform much better. YOLO is going for a full retest of all-time highs here at 26.6, so looks beautiful. And then BEEM. Consolidating. Looks good. Looks like it wants to move up to 12 here. And then BEEM. That does measure out. You take that across that is kind of a chair pattern there, as you can see. So that measures out perfectly for a move up there to 1230. And bounce off support, may try and tag it once, but this is going to likely spike up. You can see it spikes up quite a lot, and then DM. APO went through already. Pen, nice breakout, moving up to 110. So, beauty. Pounds here, I did go through. I just pulled up really quick. It's about to go. You're looking for a move to 44, that chair pattern. So that one is really good. DraftKings trying to get up there slowly but surely. 57, and then may consolidate more. The longer term move is still up here to 90 to 100. CrowdStrike. See what this is doing. Yeah. So this is, like I said the other day, at 200. This is going up there to 260. There is some resistance right here. So that's the full measured leg up at 260. CrowdStrike. APXT. That did not bounce at all, which it should have. And the reason why that's impossible to tell is because it's a new IPO, or it's a SPAC. So there's no price history. So I'll always say it, these ones with limited price history are very hard to predict. Essentially, you just need to see it hold this green line. You don't want to see it fall below 14. There. So you don't want to see it below 14. And then you can, it looks like, maybe I just had this line drawn wrong before. That spike up. So then make it this spike up. So I would say that's probably a pretty likely pattern there. It's same thing as Datadog. You can see it right there. So looking for that on CrowdStrike. APXT, I don't have fundamentals on Neo at all. Wish I did, but I don't have any Chinese minions that can tell me what's going on over there. For solar, thought it had to dip, but didn't. You're just looking for a move up here to 115. Solar strength across the board. Let's see. Up. It may come back down. Look at what it did here. So hit the bottom, went up, draw down, up, draw down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You could be looking at that. I doubt it takes that long. It might just go straight up. Just because thematics here are in play under a democratic president and all their green play, so Dow I covered already. Just on support, just keep a tight stop loss. LI, Lee Auto. This one's rolling over a bit. Broke through that support. Let me go on that. Shorter time frame here so I can tell. I'm not sure why it decided to roll over there, but it is on short-term support now. You can see right there, it's on that support. I brought it in. So it looks like you should see a bounce here tomorrow. 40 still in play. Probably just don't want to see it below 30. Right. 35. 30.5. Stoneco. Just looking for a move to the top of the channel. When it gets down, yeah, I mean, you see what I have drawn here. Looking for a move to 92. I think you can get it there on Stoneco. FSLY went over already. The longer term move is to 150. Got pressured down here at this orange line, which has been a key resistance, and rolled over. So it's on that support there. May come back down into the 70s, who knows. So really don't want to see this below 75. You know, it's a pretty big drawdown. I tend to keep farther stop losses. It's almost there. It's almost there. Comcast. I don't think I've charted this. Comcast here. I mean, they're one of the best cable operators, fundamentally. They have Peacock, their own OTT service, which is hitting the market, competing against Netflix, Disney Plus. It's a tough call where it's sitting right here. A very, very tough call. Oversell. So all of this is an oversell. It was kind of in this channel here prior to COVID. So the intermediate term move is going to be up here to 60. It's the upper linear resistance. There is some short-term resistance right where it's at. kind of rolling over a bit. So you may see this kind of curl sideways into the 50, hit this, and then make its way up. Repay. So this has followed my pattern to a T here. Looking for this to come down into the mid 25s to try and buy it against the support. This is actually a really good one. If you can't see it, I'll draw it for you. So you got that chair pattern. This is a really long sideways consolidation. Really long. So when it gets up, it's going to move very fast. Call it 300. Yeah. $40. So that's repay. Like this. Gonna add this to, let's see what it is. Maybe an intermediate term move. Let's see how fast this right here took, and then we can figure out. So that took March, April, May, 4 months. Okay, yeah, so it would be a intermediate term move for that second leg higher. But this is now an intermediate term trade idea. Repay. JKS. I have this potentially coming into 62 before making its way up into the second leg expansion of the chair pattern up into 120 plus. Let's see. JKS would be, it's going to be a fast move. Let's see. It took 1 month to move. $350% here. So it should not take long for JKS to just ramp up here. So I like this one a lot. Where it's positioned relative to other solar names, not at all-time high, kind of against support. Good risk reward here for sure. One of my larger positions. Golden Nugget. Well, it reached the peak that I had drawn there at 27, fell through the support. Okay. Guess there's, call it short-term support there. It's not too convincing. It looks like it's just going to so it needs to get above this blue resistance line. If it can't, then you're just looking at you draw down into the 17s, which is likely. Tough call where it's positioned right now to say what's going to happen. The bars are all over the place, so Ideally, you need to see this close up above blue resistance line. So gonna add an alert here for myself as well, and add this list G9 PSXP gas stations. Okay, nice breakout there. Yeah, I mean, decent trade opportunity here. So I want to say it has potential to kind of roll over into the support line first and then try and make its way up. Bingo, yeah. Bingo. I don't know why I call it that, but I do. This is moving up to 709. If I see a drawdown, and then it moves back up. So that is BNGO. Once again, if you're new, give us your Twitch Prime subs. I mean, it's fairly predictable if there's price history. Any final tickers? I'm gonna log off here. I need to eat some dinner. APA. So APA here, resistance up here at 1683. We can get up, call it about 17. Close up there. You're looking for a move to 19.7. It's moving right up there. That resistance. You can already see it. So that's the intermediate term resistance. So at least another $1 there. And then you just need to see if it's going to break out above that. Seeing pressure again here, 3M. It is holding. Just want to see it hold that support right here that it's on. So need to see a bounce here. You're looking for a drawdown into the 150 range. So want to see it hold this green support line exactly where it is now. So you need to see some green. And an indication of a turn higher to this 180 level. DVD, the triple Ds. Moving up to 32. Real nice. Very, very impressive. Yeah, so continuation should put it up right here at 32. TAN, I mean, there's not much to say here, just buy it. So solar ETF, you're going into a administration that is heavily focused on solar. You're going to get a retest of all-time highs at 290. BTC. Come on, get up there. God damn it. Another top there. Hope that it can see some green overnight. Tough, I mean, nearly impossible to make a call on BTC where it's positioned. I mean, there kind of is this kind of this head. I mean, your shoulder, you have a head. I just don't want to see that. You know, that would be god awful because you'd see a drawdown to 22,000. So, let's hope that does not happen. That is BTC. Yeah, space. I mean, I took a position last week. This is on support now, but to be honest, you're looking for the move back to the 42, 48 range. So love space. Once again, please join the Discord if you're new from Twitch. Love to have you. You can upgrade to see all the premium ideas channels there. I'm going to log off here. Just reached an hour 30 on the stream. You can post any questions that you have within the group, and I will answer them. I will see you in the Discord. Thanks for joining.